knowledge on what I did when I started this to then what I switched to and then what I'm doing now. So in the beginning when I first started, I came from a bank, so I was very used to appointment setting. So that's all that I did for myself. That's all I really believed in was appointment setting. It worked really well on B leads actually for the few months that I only could work B leads. It worked great because it was just more of a warm conversation when I got to the door with appointment setting with them. And regardless, they're not going to remember doing it while you have it in front of them or on the phone. So if you can get good with this telephone script, this is what I used when I did my B lead calling in the beginning. I never believed in door knocking just because I liked appointment setting so much. And I never got a sale with a door knock at that time. And then I started getting, pretty confident at the door after just so many appointments and talking to people. So then I decided, you know what, I'm sick of wasting all this time at night setting my appointments for the next day. I was like, let me just try this whole door knocking thing that everybody's doing. So I went out, first day of a door knock, sold the sale. I was so excited. I put on GroupMe. I was like, I can't believe this first door knock sold it, because I never believed in it. And after that, that's literally all I did for about 5 months was door knocking. It was the best thing ever, and I didn't have to waste any time at night. So I started getting a lot of leads built up of people that I could just never catch home. And I started getting this credenza file of all these cities that I just had leads for. And now they're B leads. They were my A leads after I started my recurring, but now they're B leads because it's been so long. So I said, you know what, I need to do a little bit of both because apparently I'm missing all these sales right here, and I still need to door knock because I actually like doing it. So I started, still setting my appointments with all the older leads, using them as my B leads now, and then still door knocking my brand new A leads. I just door knock those. So, and then after a while I decided just to get an appointment setter because it was wasting a lot more of my time at night. But fantastic to do both. And this is the script that I used. I worked pretty hard to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So I just want to kind of go over it. And when you're calling somebody, don't act, I found this to be beneficial for myself, don't act like you're yourself. Be another person so that it makes you look better when you come to the house.
Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman when I call. So I always say, make up another name just so that you're giving more of the kudos to the person that's coming out. Why would you set your own appointment? What credit does that give you? So I made this script up as, saying that you're the appointment setter. So hello, let's just use Chelsea. This is Chelsea calling from the State Benefits Department. How are you this morning? They'll answer. We received the form you sent in about the Maryland state regulated plan that covers your funeral expenses. Do you remember sending that in? Good. I just need to verify some information with you. You live at, and give them their address, correct? Your age is, say it, make sure they say yes. Is there someone that helps you make financial decisions? That is the most important thing. When you go to a house, you need to be sitting with somebody that can actually make decisions, or else you're wasting a whole appointment, because then they're going to have to talk to that person. So you always want to ask up front, is there someone that helps you make the financial decisions? They say no, you say, okay, great. This calls to let you know that, I have Chelsea here because I did this for her. I just call to let you know that Chelsea, one of our specialists, so that's like Amber, this calls to let you know that Amber, one of our specialists, is going to be in your area for the next couple of days qualifying people for this program. I would like to see what 15 to 20 minute time frame works best for you. Does morning or afternoon work best? They'll tell you, okay, I have this appointment, or give them 2 different options within 2 consecutive days. Great, will your husband or wife be available at that time? Because remember, if it's a double, you want to make sure they're there, or else you're still going to have to come back again. If they say yes, okay, great. If they say no, you say, what is the better time to meet with both of you? Because this is important for both of you. They'll answer. Great, so to recap, I'll say Miss Amber Chinsky will have her ID badge with her and your request that you sent in when she comes, and then reiterate the appointment time and date. And if you could please let them know that I was helpful, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. just so that it gives them the sense of, that they have, they're basically telling this person's coming to their door that you did a good job talking to them on the phone. I actually still ask, I'm like, how was, I say my appointment setter's name, I say, how was she on the phone? Was she nice to you? It just kind of, it's also, it gets me, it's an icebreaker in the house. Was she nice to you? Did she do a good job for you? Is this, they're like, oh, she was fantastic. I'm like, awesome. And that's my icebreaker. But use this and memorize it as best you can. I used to have in here, she's got long brown hair, and that would make people laugh when I would say that. So you can put that in there to describe you a little bit if you would like. That way at least they can remember who's supposed to be coming to the door. And this is really, really good. So if you're going to do B leads, I would always try this first with B leads. And then if they are just not interested because they really can't remember, then door knock them because they have no clue who you are. They've not seen the lead yet. But if you door knock first, you can't do this because it's going to be you coming back to the house again. And they're going to remember you. Okay, so do this first. If it doesn't work, then go door knock them as though you never called them before. Okay, that's the order it has to happen in. Or just door knock altogether. It's up to you. This is just what I did to get me started, and it helped with B leads to get more sales because they are older leads. A leads, door knock it, or do this too. It's great either way because A leads are brand new. Door knocking. When you're at a door, the best thing that I always just do, you kind of like, you can't really see through the door because it's like that reflection. You're just kind of looking at yourself, but you think somebody's coming. I always kind of like smile and I kind of like wave at them a little bit just so they feel comfortable coming to the door. Once they do, always make sure that you tilt your paper, whatever the lead is that you have, on it towards them so they can see it. Don't talk with it like this to you because they're still sitting there looking at you like, why are you at my front door? So I always tilt it and I say, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for Mrs. Smith, and you just kind of push it towards them. And they'll just say, oh yeah, that's me. Fantastic. They just had me in the area today. I was helping a neighbor down the street. You always point, and they actually look. I learned that from Matt. They always actually look where you're pointing. Regardless if, that's what you did or not, you're helping a neighbor down the street. You want to make sure that even though you didn't have an appointment set, that they got this critical information as fast as possible because you were in the neighborhood. You didn't want to miss them. If this isn't a good time, you can schedule an appointment then. But it kind of alleviates their tension of why is this person at my door? I was just helping a neighbor down the street, and I'm here to see if you were home since I was in the area. It's fantastic. Works every time, and it just makes the whole stress level go down.
People want what they can't have. I'm sorry.
Want what others
People
want.
want what others want. So it's a beautiful thing, and it works every time. If you do that,
point and look. Make sure you look.
Yeah, every time.
And they will look with you.
They'll look with you, and that works. It is really nice.
Yeah, I had a woman ask me too. She was like, "What was the name of the neighbor that you were helping out?"
And what'd you say?
I don't know. I came up with some name off the top of my
Well,
head.
no, look, for privacy reasons, of course, we can't share that. Just like
Due to HIPAA laws, I'm not allowed to share that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, of course, for privacy information, if I
She
went to
caught
your
me on
next door
the spot.
neighbor and they asked me about your information, I couldn't share that. You know that. But what are they going to say?
Right.
Of course, in this world, because if I were to give you her name, how would you trust me to give me your bank account information if I just gave you the house I was just at?
You don't say it at the door though. Bank account information.
No, I'm saying, how would she trust me if I started mouthing off about someone I just met with? It's inappropriate, and she'll respect you for that. Whoever, they'll respect you for not. Like, look, for privacy rules, I wish I could tell you that, but I can't share that information. With whoever I met with. Yeah.
But that's my best thing, my best thing for you, piece of advice is when when I watch an agent, try and get in the door and they keep the script or the lead to them, it's like killing it because you're not showing them. I'm so like, I push it like in their face so they can see what they filled out. It's going to get you in the door a lot quicker than if you're kind of like standoffish and keep it close to yourself. It's very hard. That's our power to get in, is their handwriting. So does anybody have any questions about